So something really sad has recently come to my attention, and it is that I am going to be turning 18 in less than 4 months. That means one thing that I am just so upset about. I am on my way to being over the age of all of the characters in my favorite young adult books, and that's just awful. You see, there was a time when I was 10 years old. I just latched on to this young adult genre, and I was so caught up with all of the emotions of it at 10 years old. There was only one problem, and it was that I wasn't as old as any of these other characters. I didn't know half the things that they were going through, and I mean, I'm just a little elementary schooler. What do I know about high school and boys and stuff like that, you know? And I don't have huge issues with my parents like all of these characters do in their books. So how am I supposed to relate? I just want this to be my life, you know? That's my whole... I want to create trouble with my parents. I want to have a lot of boyfriends and have a locker. These are all important things to a 10-year-old. I can't wait to be the same age as these characters so I know what they're going through. Then I get to the age of 13. I am in 7th grade and I am a teenager. I felt closer because I had a locker now. My friends had boyfriends, so I felt like I could relate to the main characters through my friends. God, I was such a lame kid. Okay. Then I get to the age of 15, and there are characters in books that I am the same age as. They're not... Some of them aren't older than me anymore. I have no idea how exciting that was. For me, as a 15-year-old young adult reader, the characters were my age, and I was so happy. I was in high school. I had a locker that I didn't use. I had stupid, pointless relationships with boys. I still didn't know what kissing them felt like because, you know, that wasn't that wasn't in my girlfriend description. I had my first kiss when I was 1-something years old, and that was enough for me. Clearly it went awful, but I didn't really care. I had relationships with boys, and so now I am at the same growing up status as the characters in these favorite books of mine. I had like full-blown fights with my parents, and I was fitting in with these books. And then I turned 16 and I was able to connect with even more of these characters because I was the same age as almost all of them. Then I turned 17 and I noticed something. Now I'm experiencing a lot more of the stuff that they went through, the characters in my books that I wasn't experiencing before. But I was older than them now. Now I know everything already, and I just see these characters and I'm like, dude, don't do that, man. I went there. You don't want to do that. It's bad. No. Just get out of that situation because you're going to regret it. Because I know, because I was there and I did that kind of thing. I experienced it all. And so this is your first time doing that kind of stuff, but you don't want to get into it. You should just turn around and walk away and walk right out of there because you don't want to go through with this, and I know it. And now I feel like some annoying older person giving advice. So I have not been reading lately very often because there's this thing called Netflix, and there's this thing on Netflix called a TV show that's called Supernatural, and it's kind of sucking away my life. I'm so caught up in this show, and I'm in love with Sam Winchester, and okay, so if you liked this video or any of my other videos, please subscribe to my channel. Also, don't be afraid to click the thumbs up button or put it in your favorites if you want to. I don't know. Also, leave comments because they are nice and I like to read them. I am going to be too lazy to put this in the annotations, so in the description there are links to my Twitter at Slammy16, SLAMMIE16. And then my Goodreads the link is in the description. Also, in the description is the link to my blog, which is savannahsbookshelf.blogspot.com. And there's no apostrophe in Savannah's, so it's like multiple Savannahs. I am not very active on that blog right now, to be honest, but if you would like, you can check out what I have so far. Have a nice evening, night, morning, afternoon, food, day. Have a nice whatever, week, year, and I don't know what I'm doing. Happy reading. Goodbye.